Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and honored guests, on behalf of the Rector of the Universitat de Barcelona, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the International Multi-Brain Barcelona Congress, an event organized by the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences and the Institute of Neurosciences. Accompanying me at the table are Antoni Trilla, Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Science of the Universitat de Barcelona, and Jordi Albert, Director of the Institute of Neurosciences of the Universitat de Barcelona. It's a pleasure to give the floor to Dr. Antoni Trilla.
Moltes gràcies, vicerectora. Many thanks. Welcome to you all. You are very welcome to the Barcelona Medical School and Health Science School here at the main campus. That's the campus clinic. As you have seen, this is an old but very beautiful building that had some advantages and many inconveniences. One of them is that the Metropolitan subway goes straight forward down there. So every 5 to 7 minutes, you will notice the vibration of the subway. So don't worry about that. We have never collapsed over the last 50 years, so hopefully we will not collapse the school today. It's a pleasure for me to host as the School of Medicine the meeting that you will participate today and I think also tomorrow. And because Jordi Albert can give me some tips about what are you trying to discuss, I will just make a very, very few and short comments. I'm a physician. I work in epidemiology on infectious disease. Also, I'm far away from neurology, but I always think that the brain, it's a quite important thing for all of us, notably the physicians especially. So expressions in English like I have no brain, or this is a no brain, or things like that really point out what is the really important thing about our very complex nervous system and the idea of what is the brain for, how it works, how we can improve, restore the activity of the brain. And I think that the job that you are all done in the Institute of Neuroscience, that is one of the main research institute of this, the University of Barcelona, in particular also for the medical school, is quite important. You know that some of the predictions of the World Health Organization before the pandemic, and I think that after the pandemic probably will be a little bit reviewed, but not very much, state that probably in the next maybe 20, 30 years, mental disease and all of the things related to the neurology will be the #1 problem of health for all the citizens in the world. So we have to be careful about this advice and try to improve as much as possible our knowledge, the basic knowledge and the applied knowledge. Dr. Albert, I was curious about what the Congress is called, or the meeting is called, multi-brain. And he'd say multi-brain means 3 different things. So that means natural brain, that means pathological brain, and artificial brain. I'm clearly a strong supporter of the natural brain. I don't like pathologic brains, but we have to deal with some pathologic brains from time to time. And this kind of artificial brain, I think, and allow me to say this quote, it's mostly for surgeons that do not have natural brains in a high capacity, and they need artificial brains in order to improve their performance every day in the hospital. It's a classic that surgeons and physicians, we fight every day about who is best or who is better, and whenever we have an opportunity, we try to tease a little bit our surgeons. They also give me this brain. It's a small brain, a blue brain. It's supposed to be squeezed in order to improve the strength of your hand. Hopefully, in these 3 days, you will squeeze your brains and get a lot of good ideas and projects to improve the health and the welfare of all the citizens. At the end is our main purpose here. Welcome, have a nice day. Remember that today in Barcelona not very much, but we are under a severe rain threat, so we have to be careful when you move out and things like that, and hopefully tomorrow things will be better, at least in the weather forecast. And thank you to Dr. Alberg and all the teams and all the members, and thank you also to the Vice Rector for accompanying us here at the School of Medicine. Welcome all, and enjoy your stay here at the medical school.
And now it's the turn of Dr. Albert.
Bon dia a tothom, welcome. I'm rector of the University of Barcelona, Dean of Faculty of Medicine and Health Science, professors, researchers, colleagues, and friends. Thank you very much to be here in our second edition of the International Multi-Brain Barcelona Congress. I think that this is a very important event for the neuroscience community of the University of Barcelona. I mean, this is a face-to-face meeting for the members of the Institute, but there are more about 250 participants and about 100 posters. That I think that this is a lot for an institute, but it's also open online for the other international community. Well, you know that, I mean, this meeting is part of the activities of the Maria Maeztu Unit of Excellence. I guess that you all know about this program. So if you see this logo on the top on your right, this is the logo of the Maria de Maeztu. And so you are all members of the Unit of Excellence. And this is a program of the Spanish Ministry of Science, Innovation and Universities that chooses the best research institute in Spain of all scientific disciplines. And we're very proud to be one of the 60 research institutes chosen. There is only neuroscience, there is only two. One is in Alicante, where Victor is there, and the other is here in the University of Barcelona. So we want to be proud to be part of this unit of excellence. I think that also means the level of the neuroscience in Spain. We were chosen in 2018 for 4 years, and then we were selected again in 2022-23. So I think this is very difficult to be selected twice, but this is because of your work. You are doing an excellent work. This is the work of all the researchers of our institute, and of course I want to congratulations to all of you. And also our work is recognized in the international rankings when we are in the 50 first top institute in neuroscience and behavior in the world. So it's about the 15 in Europe. So I think that this also means that our institute is a reference in the national and international levels in the study of the function and pathology of the nervous system. Okay, about the topic of this meeting, as the dean said, multi-brain, everybody is asking what is this multi-brain, but I think that this represents the DNA of our institute with the multidisciplinary and translational approaches. So we are studying the brain in our institute in all different levels, so from the molecular and cellular approaches to behavior and cognition. And this is why we call the three brains, the healthy, pathological, and artificial. So this idea was given by one of our members of our scientific advisory board, Professor Ernest Arenas. And if I can have the slide over there. Is someone? Okay. Okay, so, and today I want to dedicate this meeting to his memory. Professor Ernest Arenas passed away 2 months ago. He was a professor in the Karolinska Institute in Sweden for more than 30 years, but really he grew up scientifically in my lab in the University of Barcelona when we had the lab in the Bellvitge Hospital. He was an excellent scientist and a reference in the research in stem cells and Parkinson's disease. He did a lot of contributions in this field. but Ernest was even a better person, no? And a very good friend. He was in our scientific advisory board for many years from the beginning, and he was very active, making a lot of comments and suggesting. He was very critical with the different points, mainly when we were preparing the Maria Maetsu proposal to do an excellent proposal. Since in the Institute we have these multidisciplinary and transversal approaches, he suggested the idea of the multi-brain congress, no? There's healthy, pathological, and artificial. So thank you very much, Ernest, for your ideas, suggestions, and especially for your friendship. We'll miss you. The study of the brain must be multidisciplinary. I think that we are in a new era in neuroscience because of the new neurotechnologies that are showing up. So this is a big change and also a big challenge, you know? I mean, years ago, what we were doing was the same that Santiago Ramón y Cajal did in his research. You go to the autopsy room and take out the brain and analyze, no? And also remember that Ramón y Cajal was a professor of this university. He was not in this building, he was in the building in downtown, but he developed his neuronal theories here in this university, no? But now everything is changing. No? In the last years, we can get into the brain, the living brain, with neuroimaging, the EEGs, transcranial stimulation, and many other techniques that we will discuss here in this meeting. I think that this is exciting. Now is an exciting time for neuroscientists. But we have to work together. Not only years ago, we were only working with physicians, pharmacists, biologists, psychologists, but now we also need mathematicians, engineers, physicists, and almost all scientific and even humanistic disciplines. And I think that it's real fun. Don't you think so? That now is really an excellent time for neuroscience, no? And in this meeting, we want to represent this new era with these new technologies and the way that we have to work in neuroscience. We have to work together with a multidisciplinary approach. I am very happy with the program that we have. I'd like to thank all the speakers for coming. And also it's important for us, the collaboration with the industry. No? It's very important to bring the new knowledge to the society. And to do that, we need the private and public collaborations. Thank you very much for the companies that are involved in this meeting, and we hope that we will do more collaboration. Another important issue of the Institute is the translational research. Here we have the hospital is very close, but we need to bring also this knowledge and also to the patients, to try to develop new treatments for the patients that, as you well know, in the neurological and psychiatric patients, there is a lack of the treatments. But I think that with these new technologies, we can improve and we can do a big jump to get a new therapeutic approaches. No? So in this meeting, we have the participation of the clinicians, and also we have the representative of the patients' advocacy. So it's very important also to listen that the patients, and the patients must know that we are working, doing our research to try to find treatments, some cures for the diseases. Finally, I want to thank all of our sponsors that make this meeting possible, mainly the City Hall that is always giving the support to the Institute during the last years, and also I want to thank the different scientific societies, patients associations, and companies that are involved in this meeting. And also, I want to do a special thanks to the UBneuro staff, the staff of our institute, Cristina, Marta, Almudena, and Marta, and also to all the volunteers that make this meeting possible, and also for their hard work in the institute during all these years. Thank you to their hard work that we are reaching new challenges, no? And also for the PhD committees and the volunteers. So I think that our students are the future of the Institute and the future of the science. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for coming, and I hope that you enjoy the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alberti, and thank you for remembering Dr. Arenas. To conclude, just 1 minute to express my gratitude to the Institute of Neurosciences and all the people who have been involved in the organization of this conference. As have been already told, this is a great opportunity for join together leading scientists of very different disciplines to deep in a subject that is crucial, I'm sure, for all of us. Especially, I want to highlight the importance of this transdisciplinary or interdisciplinary approach. Nowadays, it's something clear that different disciplines, different scientifics from different studies must work together in order to find solutions and increase knowledge about all the subjects that we are interested in. Also, thanks the hospital clinic and the faculty of of medicine and health sciences for hosting this event, and all the people who has work, staff, volunteers to make it possible. Also, the guests, the speakers, and all the participants. I just want to express that the Universitat de Barcelona is proud of all the members of our institute, the Institute of Neurosciences, and all the great job that they are doing and that we could be able to share in this conference. Over these 2 days, we encourage to engage in the different activities that have been proposed, exchange ideas, obviously, and think innovatively. We are confident that all the connections that you will be able to forge here and all the knowledge shared will be not only intellectually stimulating, but also enjoyable. So welcome to Barcelona, welcome to the conference, and enjoy the meeting. Thank you.